And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They go play action here on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there. And they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's got his man on the crossing route. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas, 93 yards, and the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They go back to Gordon here on first down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll set up a throw. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They get with the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bootleg, Flacco. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and 10 here for Flacco. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Gordon. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Back
throw here out of the gun. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Green, 39. 32.